As the country makes progress on the pandemic with millions of vaccine shots in the arms every day, more of the country is reopening its doors and starting to return to some sense of normal. But for California's Governor Gavin Newsom, frustration over his handling of the pandemic, business and school closures for the past year have led to a recall effort, which may soon officially have enough verified signatures to move forward. So is his political future in doubt? ABC's Zohreen Shah takes a look.
All right, let's just roll it up, see if I'm in shape. I know, I'm no insecurities.
After 18 million Californians got their shot in the arm, this week the man who leads the state had his turn.
All right, Governor, done. And I got my own vaccine card.
Governor Gavin Newsom getting his coronavirus vaccine as he expands eligibility to include people over 50 and pushes to safely reopen.
California is going to come roaring back. California is poised to have an economic recovery the likes of which no one in this nation has ever seen.
The Democratic governor has added pressure to get California back to pre-pandemic life, with a likely recall election expected to take off in weeks.
This is really an assault on California values, and I hope we can stay united.
GOP organizers have gathered far more signatures than needed for a recall election to qualify for the ballot, including some from Democrats and independents unhappy with the governor's performance during the pandemic.
To get 2.2 million of anything on a petition is nothing short of a miracle.
If roughly 1.5 million signatures are verified, California will have what will only be the fourth recall election against a governor in American history. Several candidates already campaigning.
It's time for a leader who's going to stand up and protect Californians. As I said, stand up for our small businesses who have been open and shut 4 and 5 different times. Stand up for our communities who want a change of homelessness.
Recall expert Joshua Spivak carefully tracks recalls against government officials at all levels. He says the pandemic is the biggest single issue factor he's ever seen, leading to over 100 different recall attempts across the country since the pandemic started, but fewer than 10 have made the ballot.
It was a big issue, a big anger issue. Most of the people who were trying to do the recalls were against masking, against the shutdown, and this is part and parcel of that.
Hard-hit California had some of the strictest coronavirus rules in the country. Most schools closed for over a year, and business closures triggered frustration, much of it directed at Newsom. But the recall effort did not pick up steam until November, when a judge ruled to give organizers several more months to collect signatures due to the pandemic. And that same month, the governor broke one of his own COVID protocols, gathering at a restaurant with members from several different households.
I don't know what he was thinking about going to the French Laundry, the most exclusive restaurant in America. I don't think he has a sense of reality in regards to the pain that people have suffered this last year.
Newsom calling that dinner a mistake.
The spirit of what I'm preaching all the time was contradicted, and I got to own that. And so I want to apologize to you.
Meanwhile, county officials have until April 29th to determine if enough recall signatures qualify. But even if they do, if an election happened today, it does not appear likely the governor would be unseated.
A recent poll showed him 16 points ahead on the recall, came out on Tuesday. And I think time is on his side, and all the more shots are administered, the more schools that are open, the more people go back to work, the better they're going to feel about themselves. And that's good for elected officials.
No one knows what a recall looks like better than former California Governor Gray Davis, one of the only 2 governors in U.S. history to be recalled. He was replaced by Arnold Schwarzenegger in 2003 after frustration with Davis over rolling power outages in the state.
We have such a great state. There's no reason why we are in the state that we're in today.
Do you think the recall in 2003 was successful because someone like Arnold was running against you?
All I say is, if you have an opportunity as a governor to choose your challenger, please don't pick a global celebrity like Arnold Schwarzenegger coming off a $500 million promotion campaign for Terminator 3.
But Schwarzenegger was the last Republican governor California has had.
46% of the electorate back in 2003 were Republicans. Now it's down to 26%. The second largest party in California are independents, and the largest party is Democrats. So it's a lot harder to win a recall
With the current state demographics and polling leaning in Newsom's favor, one of the biggest factors is if another Democrat runs, which could potentially persuade more independents to vote to recall Newsom in a likely election.
There are some Democrats who are flirting with this idea of jumping in a potential recall election. What is your message to them?
Well, I mean, I understand a little bit of the ambition, but I hope they would consider the consequences of that. The last time that happened, we got a Republican governor. And this is a Republican-led recall. And by the way, we are blessed, from Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren to Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, all supporting no on recall, every statewide elected officer.
Newsom counting on unified Democrats and progress on the pandemic to save his political future. For ABC News, Zohreen Shah in Los Angeles.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.